Again, we have a new government and a new system in Nigeria. And from the look of things, Buhari neglected the Igbo'S during his appointment. And I must say that Tinubu is about to repeat the same cycle of evil that Buhari committed. If you look at Tinubu's appointment so far, you can see that the Igbos are neglected. Daniel Bawala, I read. Lawyer Daniel Bawala, a member of the PDP, has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of neglecting the Igbos ethnic group in his recent appointments. Bawala argues that this neglect contravenes the principles of federal character as outlined in Section 14, subsection 3 of the Constitution, which calls for equitable representation in the government. But I'm wondering why Daniel Bawala is coming out to speak when he didn't speak when Buhari was in power. Igbos do not need anybody to endorse them. Now I continue. People or group, Bawala's remark emphasized the need for President Tinubu to address these concerns and ensure that his appointment reflect the diversity and inclusivity required for a balanced government. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has recently made several appointments following his inauguration, but the public is still eagerly anticipating the announcement of his ministerial appointment. However, lawyer Daniel Bawala, a member of the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, has accused President Tinubu of failing to include the Igbo ethnic group in his appointment, thereby violating the principles of federal character as stipulated in Section 14, subsection 3 of the Constitution. Section 14 of the Constitution, subsection 3, talks about the government of the Federation and that it must be run in such a way that it will reflect the principles of federal character, so that there is no dominance of a section of a people or a group in the government. That is why I keep saying that whatever they start, they cannot change it again. When Buhari was busy appointing all their bookies from the north, I am not saying that some Fulani people are already crying their tears out, but they have not started crying. No. They haven't started crying because the main tears is coming. If you look at Tinubu's appointment so far, you can see that the Igbos are neglected. An exclusive government is fundamental to steering that we call national loyalty, and for you to commend the loyalty of the people, you must make decisions that win their hearts. Lawyer Bawale argues that Section 14, subsection 3 of the Constitution emphasizes that the government of the Federation should be structured in a manner that reflects the principles of federal character. This principle seeks to prevent the dominance of any particular section, people, or group in the government. In light of this, Bawala has said that President Tinubu must make more effort to convince the Igbo people that they are not being neglected. Why would Tinubu convince an Igbo man that he's not being neglected? We have been neglected from all the time, whatever time you want to talk about, we have been neglected. According to Bawala's observation, the appointments made by President Tinubu thus far have overlooked the Igbo ethnic group. He contends that this apparent neglect in a cause for concern and indicates a deviation from the principles of federal character. Bawala's statement implies that President Tinubu's appointment do not adequately represent the diversity and inclusivity that should be reflected in the government. By raising this concern, Bawala highlights the need for President Tinubu to do more inclusive in his appointment to ensure equitable representation of all ethnic groups, including the Igbo community. Bawala's argument is rooted in the constitutional requirement of federal character, which aims to promote fairness, balance, and unity in Nigerian governance structure. Now, let me reply to Bawala's statement. Without this government, whatever this government has to offer, Igbos have been surviving. Look at when Buhari entered. They said they're going to make sure that Igbos will, in one way or the other, go in for it for not supporting Buhari. 8 years Buhari ruled, Igbos are still surviving. Anybody can come and go. Igbos will live. Igbos will survive. Igbos will win. Igbos will grow. It's very, I don't know why people are finding this thing difficult. We do not need any appointment in the government section to enable us join forces to grow. Igbos are entrepreneurs on their own. They are business moguls. They move like the speed of light, and any country you go, you will see them. We are the fourth most traveled. We're supposed to be number one. I don't know why they say we are number four. Because I've not seen any country that you go, you will see an American there. Like the Igbo'S. Go to any country in the world, most countries you just see few Americans, but you go into countries, you see Igbo'S majorly take over one town, take over one village, take over one state. And you're telling us we're the fourth most traveled. I think we are number one and the fourth richest. Okay, I think I'm getting it wrong here. I think we are the most traveled tribe in the world and the fourth richest tribe in the world. So we do not need anybody to come and start begging on our behalf. This man is just a gossiper on a low key. Why will you come out and begin to say that Igbos are being rejected? Who said so? We have faced rejection. We know how to take it. It is the Yorubas and the Hausas I pity because they have never faced it, and when it comes, they can end up, taking themselves. Igbos have faced rejection from every corner, from every zone. So, everything that is happening now, we know is going to happen. So, without anybody endorsing the Igbos or telling us who we are, we endorse ourselves. We have built airports in Igbo land on our own, and we're still doing more. So, whatever the case may be, we are coming out to make sure that things happen in accordance. And that's where all these things will happen. So let them just be patient because eventually Igbos will outshine. And that is just it. So if Tinubu don't want to elect anybody from the Igbo tribe, because even the ones that we have that are representing us politically are corrupt. So let them leave the fact. Buhari came there, he appointed his own people. Tinubu is going there too, he's appointing his own people. Those are not crying, so nobody should cry for us. Whatever the case may be, Igbos will survive. We are at large moving into the light to let every Igbo out there to understand that whether money or no money, a Chaka must survive, according to Papa's voice. May we remain strong and faithful.